It started with 12 pounds. That was all. Not 50, not some dramatic overnight change, just 12. 12 quiet pounds in 8 months. And what made it strange was nothing had changed. She was eating the same, still doing her little morning walks, still drinking water like the wellness girls on TikTok told her to, still trying. Still functioning, still smiling. So when the scale kept climbing, it didn't make sense. And when something doesn't make sense, we usually blame ourselves first. Maybe she wasn't disciplined enough. Maybe she was secretly overeating. Maybe her metabolism was just slowing down. Maybe this was adulthood. Maybe this was age. Maybe this was life. That's what she told herself. Because if she was honest, the truth was harder to face. Her name was Denise, and somewhere between January and August, her life had become heavier than her body knew how to carry. Her mother had been diagnosed with early-stage dementia, and suddenly, Denise became the unofficial coordinator of everything. Appointments, medication, conversations with siblings, financial decisions, emotional support. At the same time, the job she once loved had become the reason Sundays felt sad. That quiet dread that starts around 6 p.m., that sinking feeling in your chest when Monday is coming. And then there was her marriage. Not broken, not dramatic, just stretched. The kind of tension that doesn't shout, the kind that lives in silence. Two people functioning beside each other, but not really meeting. Nothing explosive, just distance. And distance can be heavier than conflict. But she kept going because that's what she does. That's what a lot of us do. We keep moving, keep producing, keep managing, keep carrying. And because we're still functioning, we assume we're fine. But the body does not care about your performance. The body records reality. And reality was this. She was overwhelmed. She was grieving. She was emotionally overdrawn. And she had not told anyone, not even herself. So her body started speaking, quietly at first, through weight, through fatigue, through tension, through inflammation. And because we've been trained to treat the body like an inconvenience, she ignored it until she couldn't. She mentioned the weight gain casually at the end of a doctor's appointment, like it wasn't important, like it was just a side note. Tests were run, everything came back normal, which somehow made it worse. Because if everything was normal, then why didn't she feel normal? And that's when the doctor finally asked her, "Do you have a lot going on at home?" She laughed, because where do you even begin? How do you explain invisible heaviness? How do you quantify emotional labor? How do you tell someone that your soul is tired? Eventually, she started therapy, and in one session, the therapist said something that shifted everything. Your nervous system doesn't separate emotional stress from physical danger. Read that again. Your body processes heartbreak, grief, overwhelm, and constant pressure the same way it processes threat. So even if there's no lion chasing you, your body still releases stress hormones, still prepares for survival, still adjusts, which means if the stress is chronic, the body stays in survival mode, and survival mode changes things. Sleep, appetite, hormones, inflammation, weight, energy. This is not weakness. This is biology. And for the first time in months, Denise cried, not because she was broken, but because she finally understood. Her body had not betrayed her. It had been telling the truth. And honestly, that truth hit hard, because we live in a culture that glorifies carrying everything, especially for women, especially for people raised to be strong, especially for the eldest daughters, the dependable friends, the emotionally mature ones, the people who always hold it together. We praise resilience so much that we forget to ask what it costs.
And the cost is often physical. Headaches, tight shoulders, digestive issues, random fatigue, skin breakouts, weight gain, irregular cycles, high blood pressure, burnout. And still, we say, "I'm okay." No, you're coping. There's a difference. And that's where Matthew 11, verse 28 becomes more than a church verse. Because Jesus says, "Come to me,
All you who are weary and burdened. Not lazy, not weak, not unserious, weary. The Greek word there means exhausted from labor, used up, spent, running on empty. That's who he's calling. And burdened? That means loaded down, carrying more than one person was meant to. That verse is not a spiritual cliche. It is an invitation to stop carrying everything alone. And I think a lot of us need to hear that, because somewhere along the line, we started confusing endurance with health. Just because you can carry it doesn't mean you should. Let me tell you about Janet. Janet was the friend everyone called. Need advice? Janet. Need money? Janet. Need someone to listen? Janet. She was reliable, stable, strong, and she wore that identity like a badge. Until one day, she snapped at someone for asking her the time. That's when she realized this isn't just stress, this is overflow. Because what she had been holding for everyone else had nowhere to go. And that's what happens. What has no outlet becomes internal pressure. Pressure always finds somewhere to land. So maybe your body has been talking too. Maybe through exhaustion. Maybe through anxiety. Maybe through unexplained symptoms. Maybe through emotional numbness. And maybe it's not random. Maybe it's carrying what you never named. So here's the work. Make a burden list. Yes, a burden list. Write down everything you're carrying. Not goals, not gratitude, burdens. Be honest. What is weighing on you? Who are you worried about? What grief have you not processed? What tension have you normalized? What responsibility have you accepted without question? Put language to it, because the unnamed becomes a constant background threat. Then tell one person one true thing this week. Not the polished version, not the, I'm okay, one actual truth. Because the nervous system heals in safe connection. And if your body is showing signs, take them seriously. Not every symptom is about food. Not every change is about discipline. Not every struggle is about mindset. Sometimes the issue is load. And the solution is not more effort, it's relief. Rest, support, release. And rest is not laziness. Rest is repair. That's what Jesus was offering. Not just heaven one day, but restoration now. The kind that reaches your nervous system, your breath, your muscles, your metabolism, your peace. Because the soul and body are not separate. They live together. What burdens one affects the other. So if the scale has changed, if the energy is gone, if the body feels foreign, ask a deeper question. Not just, what am I eating? But what am I carrying? Because some weight isn't about calories. It's about grief, stress, silence, responsibility, survival. And your body has been keeping score. Take care of the temple, not just with food and movement, but with honesty, with boundaries, with rest, with the courage to put some things down, because glory lives there, and glory was never meant to carry what's crushing you. If something in this landed somewhere tender, if your body, your spirit, something inside you just exhaled, stay with that for a second. Don't scroll past it. Hit like, because there's someone out there who's been running on empty, treating their temple like it doesn't matter, and this might be exactly what finds them. Share it with that friend who needs permission to slow down and take care of herself, the one who hasn't heard the words speak to her body like this before. And subscribe to Bible Rebooted. We're not here to make you feel inspired for 5 minutes. We're here to give you the truth and show you how to live inside it. It's your girl, Sophia Stan, signing out. Like, subscribe, and stream the music.
Now the weight is lifted, I can finally breathe. Found the truth they promised more than I believe. The chains are in the past, the future's bright and clear. Every single step I take, I know that he is near. Oh yeah, he is near. This ain't just a story, this is my release. Standing in the glory of a perfect peace. That word became an anthem, rising like the sun. The battle has been finished, the victory is won.
Jesus saves. Yeah, I know that Jesus saves. From the depths through the prayer, His amazing grace. My heart was blind, but now I see His face. Oh, I know that Jesus